So we have here the WBIT rankings. And the bracket prediction here for the WBIT. Usually they don't do bracket predictions for the WBIT, but they do for this one. There is some place that does WBIT bracket predictions and WNIT bracket predictions. When the WNIT was going on, it was the second postseason tournament, and then they had the WBI, which is just 18 3-day event where every team played 3 games, and even if you lost all 3, you still played the first 2. You still played, or lost your first game. It wasn't like a tournament where you're eliminated, you're out. Like this, the WBIT is, or in the WNIT, they are. If you lose, you're out, regardless. We have first. The automatic bids for the WBIT are go as follows. The first 4, they have first 4 teams that NCAA tournament selection committee announces as their first 4 out teams, their teams that are just in the bubble, didn't make it, that they announce. Those teams will get automatic bids into the WBIT, which are Stanford, Kansas, Princeton, and Ball State. And then the regular season champions. That means they're doing the men's NIT, which used to be where the men's NIT used to do it. Before they went all crazy and just offered the power conferences, the Big 10, the Big East, the Big 10, the Big 12, the ACC, the SEC, and then when the Pac-12 was a thing, they offered Pac-12 and the Big East 2 teams in. But now they are just in the Big East is power conference in basketball. It's known for being a power conference in basketball, so they offer the Big East 2 spots, which is They used to where the regular season champion would get an automatic bid in. And then obviously the teams that are the first 4 out in the NCAA tournament, they would get an automatic bid. Or not an automatic bid, but guarantee they get in. It's almost guaranteed they get in. This just assures that they automatically get in. Regardless. Then we have here a few games. Then we have regular season champions are North Carolina A&T of the Coastal Athletic Association, Purdue for winning out of the Rising League, and which could be likely if Green Bay or Cleveland State or some other top team near the top takes their tournament championship. And then we have Gonzaga. It could take the regular season too, but you got Portland, you got other teams, Portland, Washington State near the top. So it's gonna be tough, in that sense. I could see that. Then we have the at-large bids here. And out of the American Athletic Conference, there's 2: USF, South Florida, and Temple. And then we have of the Atlantic 10, we have George Mason and St. Joseph's of the Atlantic 10. We do. Which the Atlantic 10 is known for decent go-on basketball conference. Not necessarily there are going to be major conference. You might not necessarily see them get a ton of spots in the NCAA tournament. 2 bids, possibly, like a bid Steeler thing. But they aren't a bad conference. So, we have here the only at-large bid that the ACC is going to get is going to be Clemson. But the ACC is I believe predicted to get a lot of teams into the NCAA tournament, so they're going to get not many teams really worthy of being above 500 and in regular season play, 500 in like the total overall season, and 300 in like conference games. You know, especially in these power conferences. You have a lot of the Big 12 though. Maybe your top teams in the Big 12, but you have your power conference teams. You know, there's a few making like Stanford is, but they're that wouldn't surprise me. But Clemson, I mean, Clemson's kind of right on the bubble, I guess. Could be right in the bubble. We got, and then for the Big 12, you got Colorado. And the next Sun is not predicting any teams, and you got Colorado, Cincinnati, Arizona, Texas Tech, BYU. You can get 5 at-large bids for each conference, as well as the first 4 out bid and the regular season champion bid. So, and then for the Big East, we have Villanova, Marquette, St. John's, Butler, and then at-large bid, Northern Arizona is projected to take the Big Sky at one of the big bid from the Big Sky. That doesn't really surprise me too much because, you know, Montana State, if they win the NCAA tournament or the conference tournament, Northern Colorado or Montana State, Montana State. Montana State is 17-2 now. They're 7-0 in conference now. After that win last night over Eastern Washington, they beat a tough close game to Eastern Washington, but they did pulled out. So I could see why Northern Arizona, if they're in the top, especially if they're in the top 25 mid-major poll, which they, you know. And then we got no teams out of the Big South or the Big Ten. As well as the Big Ten teams are gonna. The Big Ten teams are gonna make it in the NCAA tournament. The ones that are worthy, you know. And there are a lot of worthy Big Ten teams. You know, actually, like, you know, in the field. Like, really good records and really being up with each other in conference. There might be 1 or 2 or something like that. One that sneaks in. But, like, you might have a Big Ten team sneak in. But, I mean, it's like, But especially at the regular season champion group bids. It's like like a team conference with like a lot of teams making it to the NCAA tournament already. You know that it would be hard to. I can see why, you know. But Then we have, like I said, North Carolina teams are making it the Coast Athletic Association. Liberty is the Conference USA at large bid. Which Liberty is a solid team. They are, so Liberty was good in the ASUN, and I can see in Conference USA they'll be in solid too. Liberty, they're not in the Atlantic Sun no more, but they were. And then we have Harvard making it to the Ivy League one, which would not surprise me. Would not surprise me. In which it wouldn't surprise me. Like I'm saying, I don't know. We have here. What was I gonna say? Columbia. Columbia. Could be in the NCAA tournament. You could have Princeton to make it. Princeton is a solid. Both teams are solid, so in a down year. There's a down year, So, at Quinnipiac, we have Quinnipiac of the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference. Fairfield is predicted to win that Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference. Now, would absolutely not surprise me one bit if Quinnipiac made the Metro, as like them at a large bid in the WBIT. Would not surprise me one bit whatsoever, because because Quinnipiac is one of the top teams in mid-major college basketball. Fairfield's ahead of them by a tad, but Fairfield is a top team in the mid-major basketball. But you guys still got Quinnipiac, which is high up there in the mid-major top 25 as well. But Quinnipiac losing one game did open the door just a tad. And I would not be surprised if Fairfield or Quinnipiac, whoever doesn't make it the NCAA tournament of that conference, those two, they make it to WBIT. Would not be surprised at all. You got Belmont out of the Missouri Valley Conference. No real surprises there. Belmont, Missouri State, Villanova, Drake, top teams in the conference. They are really so far they're 11-7, 6-1 in conference, which they are like a really good women's basketball conference. The Missouri Valley is regarded as, and then they're 4-1. Missouri State is 12-4. 4-3 there, but they're predicted to be 13-7 we've seen right now, so they'll qualify. And Drake is predicted to be 14-6, but they're 5-2 right now, so. But yeah, and that doesn't surprise me, The Missouri Valley is, might have some tough schedules, like nowadays. They play Green Bay, they play Ball State, Iowa State, Auburn, Kansas, Pittsburgh, Crane, South Dakota State, I don't know, like all solid teams and solid majors and solid power conference teams. So it's like kind of misleading. You got Wyoming out on the Mountain West. They made it to the WNIT last year. That would be a step up for them. This thing, I mean, they took UNLV. These are through Saturday, but they took UNLV to limit on Sunday. They forced overtime, so that would even like us, that does signify a spot more of a chance, more of a WBIT shot, bid shot. In the Sun Belt, you have Oral Roberts. I'm surprised not like South Dakota State, like South Dakota State is probably predicted to be the NCAA tournament bid, but I'm surprised that Oral Roberts isn't the one. I'm surprised not North Dakota State, because they were previously being until us at Kansas City. I mean, they do have the win over Arkansas and Montana State, which is good. Arkansas is a down year. Still, being a team out the SEC, no matter what the record is. I mean, no matter how, even if they're the worst SEC team, like, at the end of the season, like, it still looks pretty good on your record. And they beat Missouri. So, I guess I could see it because of those two marquee ones. You got Gonzaga, you got Washington State out of the West Coast Conference. They're thinking Portland might win the NC, might win the conference tournament. Is what I think they're thinking in these predictions, which would not surprise me because you got Gonzaga, you got Washington State, you got Portland, you got three teams which are solid teams, in contention to win the conference tournament. Which wouldn't surprise me at all, one bit.